really depends who the reader is. If your reader is interested and will value curated content, if you like, then they will make that distinction between what they see as being sponsored content and content that is not, in other words, which is a product of journalism and reportage and so forth. So it really depends where the reader is in that reading landscape. There are parts of the media in India, in newspapers more particularly, where that distinction has been blurred altogether, and what readers are receiving is in fact nothing but sponsored content, and in fact it's disclosed as such, though you'd probably need a microscope to see the disclosure and the disclaimer. So I think there is in parts of the media here, there is a direction that is heading inexorably further in that direction, in that way, and it's a fairly secular trend, which is a very unfortunate situation to be in.
I think to the contrary, it's becoming smarter, and readers are not fools. They can see through content which is clearly advertising driven, and I think it's really important for publishers to make sure that the kind of divide between editorial and advertising is as wide as possible, and even wider, because in the end, in this digital world, as you go online, it's really your audience and your reader that you are going to have to rely on more and more.
I don't know if the reader is indifferent, but I think the reader is confused on the overlap that's happening between advertising and editorial, and that's largely because the kind of sophisticated techniques that have come into place where it's nearly impossible for the reader to find out the difference if it's not been clearly advertised to him. So I think it's more than indifference, it's confusion that's happening.
In other parts of the world, indeed within India itself, there are promising signs that there are little renegade entities which are prepared to uphold the primacy of content. And we just hope, I personally obviously hope that in a democracy such as India and in a civil society like this, certainly the latter prospers as well in an environment where the other may actually come to dominate matters.